Jimmy Fallon is a well-known comedian that rose from the roles he played on Saturday Night Live, the iconic long-running late-night sketch comedy series, to comedic fame. Jimmy Fallon comedic performance career, born on September 19, 1974 in Brooklyn, New York, began as early as high school, but his love of comedy began years earlier. He lives in New York with his beautiful wife and two adorable young daughters. Here are 20 things you might not know about Jimmy Fallon. 1. Lip Sync Battle was the creation of Jimmy Fallon. It might be a Spike TV show and a live New York show now, but before that, Lip Sync Battle was a bit on Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Show. To the delight of his audience, he still uses this bit on his late-night talk show. Some of the most memorable lip sync battles on Jimmy Fallon's show include the talented Paul Sturdy, John Krasinski, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Emma Stone, and Melissa McCarthy. 2. Jimmy Fallon blew his chance to date Nicole Kidman. Even though they're both happily married now, he's looking back at this chance encounter and wishes that he's done things differently. Both of their accounts of what has transpired vary slightly. It sounds like a mutual friend of theirs was trying to set up the two of them. Nicole Kidman remembers the encounter as a mutual friend telling her that Jimmy Fallon wanted to meet her. She went over to his apartment, but he was quiet, put a video game on the TV, and he was uninterested in her. She says she remembers the way she loved him back then. Jimmy Fallon remembers the encounter as the same mutual friend who called him to say that Nicole Kidman wanted to meet him to talk about Bewitched, and to meet him in his apartment in 10 minutes. 3. NBC executives were initially not happy with the choice of Jimmy Fallon taking over for Conan O'Brien on the Late Night Show. Obviously, now they are beyond satisfied with this casting choice as he is the host of their late-night show The Tonight Show. At that point, however, they were not exactly excited with him. In the same way as other progressive acts, it set aside effort for Fallon to settle in and for crowds to become acclimated to him. When they did, the show turned into a hit. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. 4. Jimmy Fallon is not just a great performer and talented stand-up comedian doing spot-on impersonations. He also has amazing musical attributes. The exceptionally talented Fallon has played the guitar since the age of 13. He can do it all, really. He incorporates musical performances and parodies into his performances and has sung a number of famous musical acts such as Mariah Carey, Justin Timberlake and Neil Young. 5. Jimmy Fallon has released several new songs and CDs. The album The Bathroom Wall was released in 2002 and the second album, Blow Your Pants Off, was released in 2012. Jimmy Fallon even won the Grammy Award for Blow Your Pants Off's Best Comedy Album. His hit single Ooh was on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Other songs he released include Idiot Boyfriend, Car Wash for Peace, and Drunk on Christmas. 6. Jimmy Fallon suffers from ring aversion. One day, he stumbled across a rug in his own home and caught his ring on the countertop. This action almost ripped his finger out of his hand. He was taken to the emergency room where a special surgeon performed a microsurgery on his finger. After spending 10 long days at ICU, Jimmy Fallon was finally released to go home. On July 13, 2015, the episode of his show, Jimmy Fallon addressed his fall and gave an on-air special thanks to all professional medical professionals who supported him in this tragic accident. 7. Before pursuing a career as a stand-up comedy, Jimmy Fallon wanted to become a priest. He was raised in a household of strict Catholic upbringing, and even attended a private Roman Catholic school, St. Mary of the Snow. Every week, at 6:45 a.m., he attended a mass with his very religious grandfather. It was here that he was serving as an altar boy. He says that he loved everything about the church. He loved the idea of being a priest, the wonderful smell of incense, the warm feeling that you get when you leave the church, and the wonderful way that a priest can make people feel so good after talking to him. Before he was a funny stand-up comic, Jimmy Fallon felt he had a call to become a priest. 8. Jimmy Fallon attended college before following his dreams of being a stand-up comedian. He went to Albany's College of St. Rose, but slipped 15 credits away from earning his degree and graduating. His major? Computer science. I don't normally recommend dropping out of school, but in this case, I think Jimmy Fallon made the right choice. We don't think he has any plans of finishing up those 15 credits. 9. Saturday Night Live as a permanent cast member was not only a Jimmy Fallon's dream, but also a childhood dream. 10. Jimmy Fallon has made an appearance in over 12 movies. Taxi and Fever Pitch are his most unforgettable roles, even though neither movie did very well. Also included in this growing list of Jimmy Fallon movies is Factory Girl, Dougal, Whip It, Anything Else, and Bucky Larson, Born to be a Star. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for daily entertaining videos.